Howdy everyone, welcome to BPJS Kesehatan Podcast, serving you the most updated discussion with experts related to BPJS Kesehatan on current issues both in domestic and international affairs with me, Ruby Larasati. Social Security Administrative Body for Health, known as BPJS Kesehatan, has been proven successful in managing the national health insurance program for all Indonesian society. Evidently, the coverage of BPJS Kesehatan participants now is the largest public insurance coverage in the whole world. I'm pretty sure we are curious what is success story behind the maintenance of Indonesian public health insurance and who exactly is the ship captain. Currently, we are having someone special who is sitting beside me. Please welcome Honorable Mr. Ali Guframukti, President Director of Social Security Administrative Body for Health or BPJS Kesehatan. Hello, sir.
Hello, morning.
Good morning.
Nice to meet you, Robbie.
Nice to meet you too. It is a good pleasure to have you here today. And welcome to International Podcast, sir.
Right.
And also, how are you doing?
Oh, fine.
You're doing fine. So, such a coincidence, sir. If you remember, I was the host on the verse in the edition of BPJS Kesehatan Podcast. Do you remember, sir?
Yes, sure. With Somil from World Bank.
Yeah,
Right.
sure. So, this is the second time of International Podcast, right? So, now we are going to jump into the second International Podcast. How do you feel? Do you feel excited, sir?
I think it is good because, Indonesia should be heard and should be viewed as the emerging country which has good system, especially social security in health system.
Yeah, right. So I do believe that not only me, but also all viewers there are really interested to know more about how you manage BPJS Kesehatan as well. So let's kick it with the first question of the day, sir. So could you please explain what Social Security Administrative Body for Health, or known as BPJS Kesehatan, is?
Right. So BPJS Kesehatan, actually, it is the public institution. And because this is the public institution who run the social security and health in Indonesia, which the member, as you mentioned, is the biggest and also the fastest to achieve some kind of universal health coverage in terms of contributory single scheme, integrated single schemes. So previously, before 2014, it was maybe more than 300 schemes because every local governments also develop their schemes, so they call it Jam Kesda.
Right.
But also, for example, formal employees, they are under Jam Sostek that time, and also the government employees under, we call it PT Askes. So these all schemes integrated into one scheme in the year 2014, and then we call it BPJS Kesehatan. Our national health insurance is the program, but it is carried out and managed by BPJS Kesehatan.
Right. So concluding from what you said, that managing national health insurance for whole Indonesian citizen is not an easy feat, right?
Of course.
We know Indonesia is a huge country, having 38 provinces with various cultures within society. But with those challenges, I'm proud to say that public insurance in Indonesia is sustained and well managed.
Sure, I think so, because not only we are centralized system, but we can control all, the most efficient, effective system. Because, compared to US, for example, which is huge money included and put into the system, but the coverage is not as big as Indonesian we has.
Right. So we're going to talk deeply about the comparison with other countries. That's actually good to hear, sir. And now let's talk about the concept of public health insurance in detail. Right, so how is the concept of public health insurance in Indonesia, and what the difference with the concept of the public health insurance in other countries, like what you said, like in America, in Germany, England, Japan, Korea, Africa, the Philippines, or probably other countries in the world, and how do you manage it as well?
Right, so compare, for example, like in Germany.
Yep.
In Germany, although it was started in the year 1883, by Chancellor of German Chancellor at that time, Otto von Bismarck, But to achieve universal health coverage, it took a long time, more than 100 years.
Yeah.
So it is a long time. And of course, also in Belgium. So in Germany, the system is fragmented in too many.
Okay.
So you up to now, at least 99 BPJS over there.
Wow.
In Indonesia, is only one BPJS.
Wow.
So compared to, for example, like UK is tax-based system. And the system in UK, for example, the waiting time is very long. For example, to take or someone who need to be operated, if it is elective operation, the waiting time approximately is 4 to 6 months.
Right.
In Australia, also 6 months.
Right.
In Indonesia, if more than 1 month for waiting time, they will, shout it and use the mass media or maybe social media or maybe will report to the president, something like that. Compared to US, for example, US up to now still more than 35 million people are not covered, although they have what they call it Obama healthcare reform. But Indonesia less than 25 million people who not yet covered, but mostly more than 260 million people already covered under contributory system. So in UK, it is not contributory system, the tax-based system, and also many countries are the former colonization UK or British colonization. It was usually a tax-based system. Right. So like Malaysia, for example, now look at the Indonesia, how the contributory system, maybe they considered that contributory system and screening system in BPJS is relatively very good.
Right. So it turns out that the concept of BPJS Kesehatan is quite complex, and I'm pretty sure that you manage it pretty well. So
not myself, of course, with the team, with the management team, with many deputy directors and also directors and many stakeholders, and we work together.
Right, that's a good point. So that is, we're going to discuss about the BPJS Kesehatan ambassador. We say that as the employees, right? So BPJS Kesehatan has gone through a long journey, right? Like you said, to reach its current point. I also agree that the success story of managing public health insurance cannot be separated from the participation and also hard work of BPJS Kesehatan employees, or just simply like we said, like the BPJS Kesehatan ambassador, right?
Right, ambassadors.
Right. So let's talk about life of the workers or BPJS Kesehatan ambassadors in the company. Can you tell me, sir, how is the work culture and also the characteristic of the workers in the company?
Right. So actually now we are trying to transformation.
Right.
Making actually for quality transformation.
Okay.
The quality transformation basically consists of two transformations.
Right.
First, structural organization transformation, where we are changing the organization where someone who should be appointed to have structurally responsible to certain type of task. For example, task for quality improvement and also quality management and trying to manage with health facilities, for example, like that. And then in terms of the second transformation is cultural transformation organization, meaning that the culture of the organization should be transformed and then change. For example, now we introduce what they call it initiative. So initiative actually abbreviation from integrity. So our employees, our BPJS ambassadors should have integrity, and the integrity should be kept and internalized within their heart and their behavior. There's not only integrity, but also it means initiative, the collaboration. So they should collaborate to all the important stakeholders. Then they have to have service of excellence, or they call it service of excellence. So how to make the services excellent? It means we should have what we call it customer focus oriented service. meaning that we have symbol like this. It means serving with heart.
Serving with heart.
Yes.
Okay.
That is number 3. Then the cultural values, number 4, is the innovation. Now in BPJS, we have, in the office, for example, we make we call it, Taman Inovasi in Indonesia. Innovation Park. We hope that our ambassadors can sit there and then contemplation and how to change services of the BPJS to be more effective, efficient, and also they work with fun and meaningful. So should be fun, meaning that they have the community of sports, or community of singing, community of playing the games, or many things. The important thing when they work, they have to be fun. Not only fun, but should be meaningful. And of course, that BPJS Kesehatan, what they working is really meaningful for others.
Okay, so how many employees work at BPJS Kesehatan, and could you please describe the average age range of workers here?
Yeah, I think approximately around 8 to 9,000 for the permanent staff or employees, or we call it BPJS ambassadors. But when we compare to others, for example, in France, we're serving only around 80 million people, but they have 85,000.
Okay.
In Indonesia, we only have around 8,500. So only 1/10 compared to what in France, for example. And this we calculate using, we call it FTE. What is FTE? Full-time equivalent. So when I entered the BPJS Kesehatan, so the FTE, the full-time equivalent, is equal to 1.2, meaning one ambassador or one employees in BPJS work like 1% more than 20%, something like that. Then, because we work very hard and making them work better, so then the FTA to be 1.5, and now is 1.8, meaning one employees or one BPJS ambassadors work like almost 2%. But the salary is, of course, only 1.
Okay. So how about the average age range of workers in BPJS Kesehatan?
The age is
young
very
age?
young. Yeah.
Young age? Okay.
Young age, mostly are very young, and they're very talented, employees, and very smart, and things like that. So not like me, I'm as the, very old generation, but they are mostly are very young.
So I'm pretty sure that the thing that you said about the fun and meaningful concept is one of the way that you make the young generation in your company is productive and also, work in a positive work culture like that, right?
Sure, I think so.
So that's so interesting. It is not only fun, but also influential program and also method to preserve the positive work culture in the company. I can simply say it is proven that the participation of BPJS Kesehatan employees is the key to the success story in managing the universal health coverage program in Indonesia. Right. So seems that, like you said, about the integrity and also the commitment, enthusiasm of BPJS Kesehatan employees, or just we simply said like the ambassador of BPJS Kesehatan in their work have completely made extraordinary achievements. The concept that you said, fun and meaningful, has also become a positive work culture. So now let's talk about innovations that your employees made. Could you please mention, then explain several outstanding innovations that your company has built?
Too many innovation actually, and we hope that in BPJS Kesehatan there is no day without innovation. So every day is always innovation, and we also teach to all our BPJS ambassadors, our employees, to think always how to solve the problem to make better service every day, and they make many innovation. One of the innovation, for example, the online queuing system. Previously, before I entered, and my appointment with the decree of the president already distributed. I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
many people are reading that, and some congratulation to me to be appointed as the president director of BPJS, but many of them protested. For example, one of the protests that they said, because I'm the member of BPJS, I have to wait for 6 hours, some 5 hours, some 7 hours to get services.
So the innovation is some kind of like simplifying the queuing system, right?
Right.
Right, okay.
So now, because they have a queuing system online, so they can, queue from home or from coffee shop
Everywhere.
or everywhere.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah.
And now the average time of waiting time to get services is only 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours.
Previously, 6 hours. Something
Okay.
like that.
That's
And not only
inspiring.
that, of course, there are many things. For example, like simplification of referral system, and then for the fee claims, and the most important, where many developed countries, for example, like US or like UK, because I just from there, they have not yet be able to develop what we call it, the medical record in hand
So this
of
is
the
the very
patient.
first time, right?
Right.
Right.
And we call it iCare JKN.
Oh, iCare
Yeah,
JKN.
iCare JKN. So you can see in the YouTube how is and what is actually iCare JKN. So meaning that the person in Indonesia now from Papua, for example, when they have medical examination over there, and then can be referred to Jakarta, then by username, password, and informed consent from the patient, the doctor can see the history of the medical record. So what type of diagnosis in Papua or in other sites, and then what type of treatment of drug, what type of allergic drug. So this can be recorded and the doctor in Jakarta will know it. So it's really helpful for them.
It makes everything more easier, right?
Sure, not only easier, but also accurate.
Accurate.
So this is very important, because then the doctor easier, know that this patient actually already been diagnosed like this type of diseases, and this patient actually already treated by this kind of medicine, something like that.
That's inspiring, sir.
Yes,
I'm quite sure these innovations you mentioned made a lot of achievements,
true.
right? So let's talk about achievements, sir. What have been achieved by BPJS Kesehatan both at national and international levels?
Yeah, because of this innovation. For example, like last night, not last night, but yesterday night, we got a GRC award. What is GRC award? It is like governance, risk, and compliance. So BPJS is considered the best, and we got the 5 stars, award, 5 star for GRC. That is just not last night, yesterday night. And then, of course, many awards actually already achieved by BPJS Kesehatan. In ASEAN, for example, we just got the Innovation Award because we make many innovations. In the globe, for example, by ISA. ISA is International Social Security Association, where the member is 160 countries. So we got in the year 2022 for the performance of 2021 that BPJS Kesehatan is the best for the Good Practice Award in the Asia Pacific.
Wow. Now that I know the incredible achievements you mentioned, I couldn't feel prouder to be one of the contributors and also employees for this exceptional organization.
Okay, so congratulate for all the BPJS ambassadors, including you.
Okay, turning to the latest update with the various achievements achieved. I also heard that BPJS Kesehatan again will be elected as the chairman of TC Health, right?
True.
Okay, so could you please explain what exactly is TC Health and how is the process until you have been elected for second time as the chairman, sir?
So actually, this TC Health as Technical Commission on Health under the we call it ISA, this is the organization actually, International Social Security Association. The headquarters is in Geneva, and the member is 160. And actually, because Indonesia, I'm not sure because they may be satisfied. So we were asked for the second time as the chairman of TC Health.
Okay, that surely sounds inspiring and also motivating not only to me, I believe to all viewers too. So now we would like to know about your journey as the president director of BPJS Kesehatan, right? So could you please describe in a brief explanation your working history before you become the president director of BPJS Kesehatan?
Is it important to tell?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, I was the dean of the Faculty of Medicine in the year 2008 up to 2010 or 2011 actually. Then 2011, I was appointed as the Vice Minister of Health. So my office that time was in the Rasuna side. And then because I'm so sorry to say that the minister was that time, the minister died because of the cancer. Then I was appointed as the, acting Minister of Health. Then I was then back to Jogja because my base is in Jogja. Then I was asked also asked and at the same time applied as the Director General Higher Education for Research and Minister of Research and Higher Education. And then to be the, Director General over there. Then I moved to be was also added as the additional task as the President or Rector of Trisakti. Then for almost 5 years. And then in BRIN is the Innovation, Minister of Research and Innovation. So I was there. Then we have many innovation actually during the COVID-19. Then because there are many things and BPJS was always deficit at the time, I was interested to apply as the President Director of the BPJS because in the year before 2014, I was, asked to be the chairman of the BPJS Kesehatan Preparation Team. So I was the chairman of the BPJS Preparation Team. And BPJS, when it was established up to before I came here, always deficit. And the deficit is huge money, up to 50 trillion rupiah. So I'm not sure whether you already seen, 1 trillion rupiah or not yet, never. But there is only 50, more than 50 trillion rupiah. So then the effect is not quite good to many challenges. Yeah, many challenges to many doctors, many, not only doctors, but hospitals and primary healthcare facilities and many things. And finally, not good effect to the patient because they was then discriminated. Many, maybe Oknum or something like that, but the patient is not quite good that time. But now everything is changed.
Okay, so it's amazing that you've been in many top organizations that, like you mentioned before, and I really honored that you're here now dedicating your life and work to better improve the public health insurance at BPJS Kesehatan.
Yeah, and I also thank to the founder of the BPJS Kesehatan, PT Askas, and BPDPK, and our colleague, those who already laid the foundation of the BPJS Kesehatan, in the year 2020, for example. It was already, the cash flow is already give the sign of positive.
Okay, so before we get into the next question, sir, let's take a moment to see the video. Let's have a look.
Okay.
Oh ya, apa sudah jadi peserta untuk mendukung jaminan semesta. Wow, kita sehat bahagia, jangan
sir. So these songs that you created are very closely related to the current issue of BPJS Kesehatan. So why did you choose music as one of publication media and what inspired you in creating these songs?
Oh, that is because, as we mentioned, that to be the BPJS ambassador, it should be work with the value of meaningful, of fun and meaningful. Fun, yeah, we should fun with the singing, dancing, maybe, or sport, playing sport, and so on and so forth. But of course, that in my opinion, that if we give, message to our employees, to BPJS ambassadors, to public with song is much easier because they can, for example, cleaning the kitchen while cooking and listening or maybe singing, and in the sing uh, it should be in the song, the lyric, this should be teaching, and they should be understand about the BPJS Kesehatan. This is our mission.
I'm sure that the workers are proud of the song you had created, and I believe this is one of the ways you get to light up the spirit of the improvement of the health service quality of BPJS.
I hope so.
Okay. So now we are coming up to the final question,
Right.
and also conclusion before closing this podcast session, sir. What are your hopes and dreams for BPJS Kesehatan in the future?
Yeah, in the future, we would like to hope that first, all the Indonesians should be protected by BPJS Kesehatan, meaning that they should be the member of BPJS Kesehatan and should be actively, you know, can check the status of their memberships, whether it is active or not. And we hope that all Indonesians are active as the member and protected by BPJS Kesehatan. And not only when they got sick, but when they healthy, they also have the access to BPJS Kesehatan, for example, like consultation, promotion, prevention. It should be emphasized to them. So they have to change their behavior to be the healthier behavior. We hope that. And of course, we hope that all the important person, the high-ranking government official, for example, have to understand what is the concept of national health insurance. You call it public health insurance. They should understand. Yeah. If they not understand, and we know that BPJS Kesehatan is already on the right track. If they would like to improve, of course, there are many things, but should not in the basic principle of social health insurance or national health insurance, who already have very good principle. The principle actually is mutual help values, or values on the mutual help. So the rich should help the poor, the healthy should be, help the sick, and the young should help the old or the elderly, something like that, should help the others. So by implementing the mutual help values or nilai gotong royong, so we hope that all of the Indonesian can, help each other, something like that.
So that really sounds amazing. It really lights up the spirit not only in me but also in the viewers as well. So before we close this podcast, once again, could you please to share one final statement
Yes.
or probably your favorite inspirational quotation for closing our discussion today?
Right, Mbak Ruby, thank you very much. So I hope that every Indonesian should be protected, and don't forget to be a member of BPJS Kesehatan and change your behavior to be healthier behavior. If you are healthy, then the country will be stronger. As you know that health is wealth. If you are healthy, then you will be, richer. So this is very important.
Right. So together, so let's make a much better health services for all layers of the Indonesian citizens.
Right. I think so. Thank you very much.
So thank you so much.
Thank
sir,
you,
for
Ruby.
your
So
time.
nice to talk with you
It's
and
really
discuss with you.
nice,
Okay.
very insightful discussion today, and also it is an honor to have you here today. You are
Me
truly
too.
inspiring person,
Okay, thank you.
and definitely good time to discuss with you. Thanks for having me.
Me too. Okay. See you next.
See you next videos. Okay, so And this is the end of the first international BPJS Kesehatan podcast. I hope you enjoyed the video and don't forget to subscribe the BPJS Kesehatan YouTube channel. Leave a like and comment down below if you do enjoy it and see you on next videos.